Thank you, science, for basically proving that the virgin birth absolutely could have happened. I am not sure why, when O'Connor was mediating the conversation between Jordan Peterson and Richard Dawkins. Alex and Richard are both atheists. Jordan is waffling between what he believes, but why didn't Alex O'Connor say, with IVF today, it proves that science definitely can have a virgin give birth. We have virgins giving birth today, no sex needed with a man. We have women who actually are carrying not even their egg. The baby is the sperm and egg of some other couple. Okay? That right there should be a topic of conversation. No one's talking about it. Jordan Peterson, he was philosophizing, spinning. He did not want to say yes or no to this virgin birth. But I'm sitting here thinking, what is going on? These men are highly intelligent, all three of them. And I really am intrigued by all three of them. And yet none of them were talking about the fact that there's IVF today. Hello, world. The virgin birth should not be a topic that should be debated anymore when we have IVF. Science has proven that virgins can give birth. And if we can do that today, then it definitely was a miracle then. And Jesus, Yeshua, could not be born today. Well, we also have what Dawkins said, the mistranslation of the biblical text. That's another excuse he gave for why it could not be the virgin birth. Well, we have to look at that text, and it's Isaiah 7:14. It says the young woman or the virgin, and again, Alma is the Hebrew word, and Alma can mean young woman or virgin. It's up to the translator, and this is where translation gets very tricky because there could be biases that can happen in translation. And Dawkins was saying that when the word virgin is used, it should be young maiden. It's a mistranslation. And I'm saying, well, Alma is both young virgin and young maiden. And we have to look at the context because at that time, virginity was of high value. So most young maidens were virgins. And so it says the young virgin will give birth to a son, not a woman, a daughter, a son, and his name shall be Emmanuel, which is God with us. Well, we think about that, and in the Hebrew Bible, respectfully, Mr. Dawkins, who else is referred to as God with us in flesh? Emmanuel. No one. There is no person in the Hebrew text, in the Hebrew Bible. But we look at Yeshua, who was an actual proven figure in history, and he is referred to as God with us in the flesh. And we have the line of Mary, which is very fascinating in Luke, and her line goes through King David to Adam. Adam was not via sperm or egg, and I think that's why it was added in, because God creates Adam out of nothing, right? We don't have the sperm or egg. And then Eve isn't created out of sperm or egg either. She's created out of the rib of Adam. And we have the son of man, Adam, and that her line goes all the way back to, which is brilliant in my mind. Also, we look at Joseph's line, and his is written in Matthew. Well, why? If Joseph isn't having sex with Mary, why in the world is his lineage being put in there? Yes, he adopts Yeshua, and many people say, well, he adopted, so he has that line. But it's not the physical, right? It's not the actual physical line. It's just the adopted inheritance of being adopted. But it is not the blood. And in Messianic law, the Messiah has to have the blood. So my thinking is, well, Yeshua gave his blood the first time. He is going to give his blood the second time, but it's going to be in a different way. It's going to be through a blood withdrawal, and we're going to see if he is actually, through Joseph, not only adopted, but has that blood of Joseph. And I guarantee you he does, because again, it will be another miracle, because we should look at Yeshua and we should see, well, he's the Son of God, and his birth was the virgin birth, and that was miraculous for that time, not for today, but for that time. And we will know he's divine because as he ascended from the Mount of Olives in Jerusalem, it says he's going to descend through the clouds to Jerusalem on the Mount of Olives again, and all will see him. Well, that will prove his divinity. And it says all will see him. And today with technology, we can have on our cell phones information downloaded just like that. And who knows what's going to happen in a few more years. Technology changes so quick. But everyone, it says, will see him descend in Jerusalem, and he will be the proven Messiah by the clouds because he's divine, but also by his blood, I believe, because God can easily have his literal blood go through Joseph without Joseph having had sex with Mary. God bless.